Can't do that. You can't do that either. You cannot do that.
I'm Rakai. I am a monkey.
You literally can't.
You see, when somebody's anti-black, bro, they automatically go to that. It's two things. They gonna call you the hard R, or they going straight to the monkey, bro. For what? What's up, good people? Welcome back. Hope y'all out there getting paid. PAYD, perpetually achieving your dreams. Also being a passionate, ambitious young dreamer. And today, man, we got to talk about this anti-black, really just racial tensions in general, but with the emphasis on anti-blackness. Now, we all know the AMP group, Kai Cenat, Agent, Duke Dennis, you know, but they also have, you know, like a kind of an AMP G League going on. You know, they have Rakai. He's been in the headlines for some wild things, man. That's a wild boy. They got Tylil. He's been doing this thing. Punga, Kai's childhood best friends and stuff like that. And then, you know, he got some overseas dudes, you know, some overseas draftees. And I believe one of them is Tota and the other is Ray, who is the topic of discussion for this anti-black matter, right? So him and Rakai, I think they're the youngest two in this AMP G League group, and they go back and forth. They do wild things together. And the thing we're gonna talk about today involving them has just gone too far, and the internet is in a frenzy about it. So today, man, we're gonna look at this video by Omizi called "Ray Just Lost Everything Over This." So without further ado, man.
Say I'm racist, came open my eyes. You like me? Look at that. I'm Rakai. I am a monkey. Hey,
Oh my god.
Wait, but
That's
Chad, we lost like 10 brand deal. Chad, W manager, but we need some PR training, bro. We getting some PR training tonight, but like it's over for me, bro. I lost like 10 brand deal, bro.
Them chickens, man. Them chickens gonna come home to roost. The Clover Boys, a group started by Kai Cenat, featuring his childhood friends Tylil, Dez, and Punga, streamer Reggie, and other content creators and friends that he found on the internet, Rakai and Ray. Oh, and definitely don't forget about Tota. Just embarked on their new journey. They bought a content house in Atlanta, Georgia, and their first video is off to smashing success, marking the beginning of what will ultimately become basically the next AMP. And I can go ahead and stamp that because I do really feel confident about the work that's being done over there.
And shout out to the Clover Boys, man. I've been seeing them a lot in clips. I don't normally watch streaming that much, you know what I'm saying? But I'm tapped in with it. But I can recognize good work and good output when I see it. So yeah, I do see good things, big things coming for those AMPG leaguers. They get into the league soon, man.
Not necessarily because I know those guys and who's behind the scenes, but just because this is a very entertaining group. This group can be very raw and this group can be very edgy. And while that is an appeal to the group, it's partially the reason why they've gained over 500,000 views on their first video. It can also be their downfall. And right now it's seeming like Ray and Rakai's unhinged behavior has finally caught up to them. And it can also be not just detrimental to them, but the entirety of the group. Now, for what it's worth, Ray and Rakai have always been very edgy, always been very boundary pushing and tiptoe lining.
Yes,
you
bro,
know,
they
do
do some crazy things. Both of them are some wild boys.
Say is really bannable. It also doesn't help the fact that Rakai is 16, which is like,
look at this, 2008. Oh my goodness.
a protected class on YouTube. So interacting with him in a certain way and having him do these things puts a different level of spotlight on them. Now, this isn't some hidden secret or anything like this. The community knows. Hell, even Kai Cenat himself has given them warnings about the path that they're going down and how it can be detrimental to their careers.
It ain't even really Ray for real. Like, Ray be thinking in the but he still do. Like, Rakai dumbass just do. But Ray gonna think before he do. It's like Ray, it's like if Rakai jump over a bridge, Ray jumping over the bridge. Like, what the you got going on? Like, Ray don't have a Ray for himself.
And I think that's just because Ray, he's coming from wherever he's from, Vietnam, I believe. And so the reason why he's a streamer is because he's looked up to these guys, looked up to all the streamers, especially black Americans, black streamers, black American, even though Kai Cenat's not black American, but black streamers from America, right over here. So he's following the wave. It's not going to change once he's over here. Now he is a streamer. He's with the big guys that he was idolizing. So he's not going to stop. He's not looking at it as if Rakai does something and it's wrong, right? Even if he has like a little hint of intuition, like, yo, let me not do this, it's still Rakai. He got famous from doing this. He was idolizing him, or idolizing a Rakai-like figure, because not Rakai, he's like 16, like we just saw. But like he's seeing this and he wants to be like that. So he does it. He follows. It's not gonna change. The influence of Black Americans in entertainment, this is what happens.
So we gotta make sure that these is good, bro. Rakai, he really the one that's like leading. Like, he's doing dumb and not thinking. Ray is thinking behind what he's doing, but also knowing that he gotta show like he like that. You feel me? Rakai leading down a path where something is gonna happen, and you feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. Rakai don't think. Ray usually think.
Now you're probably thinking, how can Rakai, somebody who was younger than Ray, make Ray's actions be brought down to Rakai's level? Hell, it could be the money, it could be the fame, the fortune that Rakai is getting, the recognition, or whatever the case may be. But you know, sometimes when you're in the backseat of the car with your younger sibling and they've got their finger hovering right next to you, or they're flicking you, or whatever the case may be, it's easy to say, hey, take the high road. But sometimes you gotta stoop down to that person's level. And even Ray can acknowledge that he stooped down to the level.
Here's the thing is, I know that Ray, they influence each other in bad ways.
Nah, definitely in bad ways. Definitely.
Hey, Ray, the worst thing is you're 19.
19,
Nah, it's bad though, I ain't gonna lie.
He not lying. He know it's bad.
It's crazy.
Ray got the
You got me
mind.
like, you got me, I was like, here,
No, gang, you was here.
Like, you
Now
got me turning down, but you putting me down, bro. I was like, I was about to get mature. You got me putting me down, like.
I mean, so he can verbalize it, he can recognize it. So he's on his way to healing and not being influenced by it. But the energy that you attract, if you don't want any more of it, just don't react to it. It's easy. Shout out to my boy Young Don, bro. And shout out Nero Knowledge, bro. It's the same thing, bro. Like, you don't have to keep reacting to it. But, you know, he's young. He'll learn.
I'm 17 right now. You
Now, one would think with the AMP, Kaisenat, Clover Boy metaverse growing to a different stratosphere, people would think that people would be able to, you know, put aside their childish ways and, you know, grow up a little bit. There's so many public eyes on them, so much scrutiny, so many opportunities that honestly, if they did something wrong in the public eye, they could get just clapped off the face of the earth for. With all that being at the fingertips of them, based off of what they did on Halloween, it seems as though they did not care.
All right, so this video right here is very separate from what we're talking about, but I'm not going to say it's wrong, right? Because if he wants to do that, he wants to dress up, he can express himself however he wants to express himself. There has been rumors about Rakai, you know, being, you know, on the other team, but this doesn't seem like that. This seems like a person who's doing anything desperately just to keep his audience engaged. Right? Almost in the conspiratorial realm of rituals and, you know, what they say that people got to do to be famous. Right? I don't want to go into it. It's a topic for another video. But this is what it looks like.
That was Rakai's Halloween costume. Now, I think that there is about 45 things wrong with this specific video.
For sure.
And I think that this opens up a bunch of nasty commentary about him and quote unquote zesty behaviors that the community has put onto him, saying that he's being influenced and yada, 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 blase, blase, blase. But that's not what I'm here to address. One of the biggest conversations that came out of this was Rakai doing whiteface. He's dressed as one of the sisters from White Chicks, you know, the character that Marlon and Shawn Wayans put on in order to get that movie off. That's who the costume is. And there was a whole bunch of conversations about black people and whiteface, white people and blackface, blah.
White people in blackface, rooted in trauma, oppression, suppression. People have literally died over that. Whiteface. One of the top 10 best comedy movies ever came from that. You know, on a serious note, bro, nobody's gonna get hurt from a black person doing whiteface, right? Even though, because it's just seen as comedy. It's not as if they're making fun of stereotyping and putting white people in a box while doing whiteface. It's not happening. But when a white person does blackface, that's exactly what's happening. It's very detrimental.
blah, 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 blah. But the fuel to the fire of the racial conversations was ignited. That's the main thing to take away from this. And that conversation went much, much deeper. I talk about it on my Patreon / my YouTube memberships, which just launched, about how people thought that all this was racist. But just know that a lot of people put fuel in the fire of the race-based conversations. Go check out that video over there if you want to find out some more. Because they were already into these race-based games, when Ray came downstairs to talk to Rakai in the new Clover house, they kind of just doubled and tripled down into the race play. Oh, that's so weird to say.
Say I'm fucking racist, can't open my eyes, fuck you. Fucking like me, fucking like.
Can't do that. Can't do that. You can't do that either. You cannot do that.
I'm Rakai. I am a monkey. Hey,
You literally can't.
You see, when somebody's anti-black, bro, they automatically go to that. It's two things. They gonna call you the hard R, or they going straight to the monkey, bro. For what? If anything, black people are the race that looks least like a monkey. Like, there's no, we're not hairy like one. We don't got ears protruding out the sides of our heads like one. Now, Will Smith, that's another, that nigga got some big ears. But, you know what I'm saying? Come on, what's that man's name? The actor, Ben Stiller? Y'all go look up Ben Stiller, tell me he don't look like a monkey. Not even trying to take anything away from him, because I love Ben Stiller. He makes me laugh all the time whenever I watch his old movies. But come on, man.
Can't do that. Yeah, that's not, you can't. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you literally cannot do that. You see, the WL community / these streamers on this side of the internet aren't unfamiliar with racist jokes. This community loves to play the race card and be racist in its endeavors. But ultimately, that's when not a lot of people were looking at them. Maybe from a viewership perspective, but I'm talking about from a big brand perspective. And trust me, there are levels to this, because just this Halloween, there were other people getting off their racist costumes. I saw some Nazi costumes.
Man,
I saw some other monkey gorilla costumes. This Halloween was...
Man, that's how you know this country is hurting, bro. Like, everything, racial tension is at an all-time high right now in this country, man. Like, people just out the woodworks, man. Just racist this, racist that. Just, I don't know if it's just all to get a reaction or what, man. But yo, something ain't right.
Is pretty nasty. But this is a different situation. These are two people with massive, massive brand deals. And they have a lot of people tied to their names. You would think that they would be able to learn, but even Kai Cenat's assistant Bree, who's probably been through these conversations with them time and time again, has just come to the realization that, yo, we can't do anything about these guys. They're cooked.
Fuck your life, bitch. Say I'm fucking racist, can't open my eyes, fuck you. Fucking like me, fucking like.
Oh gosh.
I'm Rakai. I am a monkey. Hey,
There's no helping them, bro. This is just.
The backlash for this was the same backlash that you're probably typing in this comment section as I report the rest of this video. People thought this was racist, insensitive, disgusting, all that stuff. And more importantly, the brands that were attached to them instantly pulled out. I think they said they lost 3, 4, 5 brand deals or whatever the case may be.
I'm joking, bro. Whatever I say, I don't condone that, bro. Feel me? Bro, by the way, bro, I do this, like when we can do this and do this, yo, bro, you know there's like 2 sponsors cook on me? Like there's some shit supposed to drop today. This like...
When you're talking about this hyper-capitalistic society where all the big corporations throwing money at people just to get more money, there will be no race disrespect with these brand identities. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Anything. They have to appeal to a broad market. That means they don't care if you gay, if they don't care if you black, white, Asian. They trying to sell. And if you damage a relationship, if you do something that looks like it's detrimental to another race, they're gonna cap you off right there. No more money's coming in for you, bro, because they have to appeal to a broad audience. That's why brand deals gone. Boom.
3 company cancel it. Chat, our PR's cooked, no cap. We that's done, bro. We cook, we got no PR. We fucking cook. It's over for us. We're about to go broke. Yeah, we lost like 10 brand deal.
And deservedly so. Like, you're not automatically guaranteed to get anything on the internet just because you exist and you're famous. And I wouldn't want to attach my name to you if you were going to use your name so recklessly later on.
Exactly.
I just think that that was just a silly and immature mistake. And it's not just their brand deals that they lost, but a lot of people started questioning them. Their PR got cooked. And I'm glad that they are learning this lesson the hard way because, you know, when Kai told them, it just didn't resonate. And now that they have to sit in the face of this, it's good that other people are verifying the fact that, hey, you kind of deserve to be cooked, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, by the way,
but I do got all night.
bro, you know my PR's cook?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you know the clip?
Yeah.
Like, we can do this.
Yeah.
Bro, I got like three sponsors I canceled.
Say swear.
Swear.
Yeah, you kind of deserve it.
Damn, I deserve it.
I asked chat what I should get you, and niggas said the PR team.
Nah, I do need that PR team.
And then to double down,
But nah, the thing about it is they'll get more brand deals. They just have to sit down, learn from this, go to timeout. You know what I mean? They'll get more brand deals because they're just too big. They're just too popular, too influential. They're going to have more brand deals. So
out in the situation, Rakai and Ray did a Walmart prank, which led Ray to getting his YouTube channel banned from the platform. And the reason why he even got that ban is because Rakai is what's considered to be a protected class on YouTube. He's a minor. So the stuff that they do on their platforms, the Clover Boys or anybody next to Rakai, hell, even Rakai himself, is just looked at with a different level of light. Now, it doesn't help that in these situations, nobody is taking this seriously. And in fact, YouTube would probably see it as they're being antagonized when Ray goes on social media and attempts to lie about the situation. It also doesn't help that in their explanation of what happened that they are playing around in the situation. Like, guys, just try to take it seriously.
You know how many brand deal I lost?
No, gang, that ass, gang. Like, bro, that's not because of me, my nigga.
Yes.
You are the reason why you're PR.
I tell them this is cause your eye like itchy. I tell them if, when you do this,
when I like
like
this,
your eye itchy, right?
When I like this,
That sounds.
and these are just kids, bro. At the end of the day, they're not even taking this seriously, bro. Whenever you give kids the amount of money these kids have, man, what can you say to them seriously? Like, what can you do short of throwing them in jail and taking everything away? You know, like a badass kid, you get punished, nigga, you gotta take something away that they really love, right? Or else you're not gonna, nothing's getting through. You gotta take something away. Short of taking everything that they've earned away, money, status, fame, what can you really say to these people, to these kids? Can't really say anything.
Say your
my
eye
eyes
itchy, right?
itchy as fuck.
When I do this, it's Mickey Mouse.
It's
Look,
Mickey
look,
Mouse,
look.
bro. It's Mickey Mouse.
It's a Mickey Mouse.
You feel me? So he not.
That's what
trying.
I'm saying. We're not trying to do that racist shit.
Yeah,
You
we're
know
not
what I'm
racist
saying?
shit, nigga. Fuck.
Yeah. Let's tell those PR lady, bro.
Yeah, no,
Now to shoot Ray
Bro,
and
it is
Rakai
too late for
Savell
that,
here,
bro.
they've grown
You
to
should've
the
been,
heights that
like,
they have, which is very impressive at a very young age, very fast, while still having, for what it's worth, a not PR friendly background. When doing research for this video, their PR should have been cooked. I don't know if you remember, but there was a situation in which Ray and Rakai went to a Walmart and faked like they were a part of some sort of charity to grab donations from the people that were either customers or employees at this specific Walmart.
Yo, you want to donate to a charity?
For Mr. Beast?
No.
Donate to charity.
For Clover.
Clover.
Yeah.
How much?
$2.
Like,
Yeah, I got you $2.
I got one, like you got one. You feel me?
Okay. Okay.
There you go, bro.
Nah.
Hey, dive me up. Thank you, bro.
Unless like y'all have tap or something. I don't know what y'all care.
Nah.
He got Zell.
Nah. Because on the surface, but this is not even bad. The only thing that makes it bad is because of people knowing who they are. If they weren't already big, famous Clover Boys, going to Walmart and asking people for money for a donation, that's not necessarily bad. Now, if Walmart, if a Walmart employee comes out and says, "Hey, bro, no soliciting," and they kept doing it, now that's a crime. This right here isn't a crime. This is just optic-based outrage. That's what I believe anyway.
I'm gonna type in.
Yeah, he typed it.
I got Zell.
Yeah. So yeah, how much you gonna send?
Yo, 64 more.
I don't know how much have
Like,
y'all
it depends.
gotten?
Like, if you
It depends if you were a good person.
And then on top of that, they have so much money. They have more money than they need, asking a Walmart employee 15 an hour, somebody making 15 an hour, maybe $11 after tax for some money. That's bad. Not gonna lie.
You're a good person. 100. Feel me?
Oh,
100.
guys, come on.
100. I work at Walmart.
Exactly.
Girl, but you be getting paid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ooh, okay. You be getting paid. You be getting paid. But yeah, you can donate like a little $50. What you gonna do?
Look at them. Look at them. Oh my God.
$50.
And they really made her give.
Right. Thank you so much. You're wonderful, okay? God bless you.
At the end of the excursion, they managed to panhandle and solicit for $88. Not a grand amount of money, but the way that they went about doing it is obviously not good. Now, they did end up getting trespassed from this specific Walmart, which kudos to them.
You can't go around soliciting people for money.
See, okay. Now it's a crime. Now it's bad, really bad.
You kind of can't do that.
Oh,
now it's really bad.
Hey, all you guys aren't welcome back at the Walmart, okay?
Okay.
If you come back, you'll go to jail.
Never?
Never.
For what? Follow. Chill.
Never.
Whoa.
Never.
Have a good day.
Forever?
Yep.
Now, I shouldn't have to explain why you
Good thing Walmart.
And it seems as though Ray and Rakai don't understand what type of pull or magnitude they have. With this most recent NASCAR deal that a couple of streamers got, there was a big money tied to this, $100,000. But do you think that Ray cared in this situation? Do you think that he really took into consideration how big of a deal this was? No. And the way that he went about handling it was very, very unprofessional.
The thing about it, man, these kids 16, 17, 18, their life scope is limited. Not to mention their own scope, their own personal scope is very, very limited. So they can't really fully put themselves into the grand scheme of things and look around and see how they relate to everything. You just can't. Think back to when you were 16, 17, 18. Bro, the limit of your scope was probably down the block. That was it. You couldn't see past that unless you just, were a military kid or somebody who just moved around. You saw a lot and you saw different things, but your scope didn't go past your street or your school, or your town. That was it. That's all you had. That's all you knew. And then you didn't know yourself because you couldn't correctly relate to the world around you. You know what I'm saying? These kids, they don't understand it. So you throwing them $100,000 worth of money. Wherever it's coming from, they don't really truly understand why they're getting it, how it relates to them, or how to be appreciative of it, because it's just they just don't know how. You know what I'm saying? And they are old enough to know right from wrong, but as you get older and things start to happen, there's more and more gray space, right? Not everything is black and white. We know this. There's more and more gray space. There's more and more nuance, and they're just too young and have limited life experience to actually understand what's going on.
You know who they are. You've seen them before. You've definitely seen Tim and Tap, man.
Am I slow or am I retarded or am I got autism?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, you're managing.
See what I'm saying, bro? And the thing is, he just don't know. This is how kids speak, but he just don't know, bro.
He's gonna have to text you again. That's it.
He just don't know he can't say that.
No, for real. He gonna have to text you again.
Damn, so we can't do the sponsor no more? Damn. We can't do a sponsor no more? No.
You wanna do a...
No!
Yo, is your...
We can't do a sponsor, but no! I want to play the game so bad.
No. I don't know. I like these wheels a lot. But you can't be turning hard left, hard right. Be trying
Come on, bro. Now, Ray even lost his Adidas deal with Your Age, but apparently didn't care about that either. Now, he's not the only one who is subject to doing crazy things on live stream. Rakai is also somebody who is, let's say, very, very controversial in the space.
How you doing, Ma? Hey. Yeah, so today, it is the third day of the Mafia-thon. And I caught Rakai not going to class at all. He skipped out on everything.
Okay, so you are free.
But Mom, listen, Mom.
Wait, be quiet. What you say?
You are free to discipline him as however you feel you need to.
Okay, I'm gonna trap him in that classroom and he's gonna learn over and over.
Well, all right, well, wherever you feel need, go right right ahead.
And trust me, there's more. You get the gist. People have been disciplining them, talking to them, you know, saying that they should tighten up, but it's just not sticking and landing. I do want to make an attempt and give a message to Rakai and Ray. As somebody who is there from the early onsets of AMP, you can kind of tell when something is going to be bigger and big. You kind of got that feeling. And honestly, I can say that the Clover Boys have something very, very special. One, you guys are very entertaining, very funny, hilarious, all this other stuff. You bring the shock value.
Main thing is they're unique.
You bring all of that to the table.
This
And
is
two,
unique.
you bring the edginess and the tiptoeiness. But with that great power comes great responsibility. You've also got a leg up in the game. A lot of these content creators weren't adjacent to the biggest stars when they were coming up. They were kind of just getting it out the mud. And brands weren't respecting them. That was a whole different space. But nowadays, the doors are wide open because of the people that you're adjacent to. You guys are creators who haven't been creating for long, but have already had sponsorships with the biggest names like Adidas, like NASCAR. Whoever is out there wants to get a piece of you guys, but not if you don't respect the space and take advantage of it in a bad way. I think another thing that needs to be taken into consideration is that you're not just responsible for yourself and your name, you're responsible for others. I know your mom has probably told you that before. Every time you walk out the door, your name is your name and it carries the weight of all your ancestors, blase, blase, blah, etc., etc. But not only are you representing your family in this regard, you're representing your extended social media content creation family. You guys are the biggest names in the Clover House, full stop. And you are going to be a representation of the Clover House, full stop. It'd be different if you guys were on the lower end of the spectrum or whatever the case may be, but you're not. You're at the top. So when people look to go in to sponsor the Clover House or do anything Clover Boys related, it starts and stops with you guys. And you are an extension of Kai Cenat. So although he may be able to do things that, you know, escape this, you guys can potentially usher in new consequences for Kai Cenat based off of your actions. Now, I know, I just laid down a lot of burden and responsibility on two teenagers, but this is a bigger game than what it's ever been. And I think that you guys can have a long career in content creation. Hell, even Kai Cenat said not too long ago that Rakai was going to be the biggest thing smoking in content. But just because you're going to be the biggest thing smoking doesn't mean you want to flame out right now. And there are certain boundaries that are being pushed, certain things that are happening, a lack of seriousness that is happening in the space right now with you guys that puts you on the path of flaming out soon.
Yeah, man. If they don't tighten up, if they don't seriously take heed to the warnings that the biggest streamer ever has to say, then, you know, they're going to flame out. But I hope they don't, man. Shoot, man. It would be a shame. Like, I just don't want to see people with so much, you know, talent and ambition just, you know, not get what's rightfully theirs if they just, you know, grind. Man, but that's it for this story, man. I hope y'all out there getting paid. PAYD, perpetually achieving your dreams. Also being a passionate, ambitious young dreamer. And man, what other anti-blackness is going on out there in these streets? Y'all know I'm gonna go out there and find it and bring it right back to y'all, man. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.